Sunken at around 30 meters all over this area are relics of world history.
14 ships, all used by the Japanese in World War II, now make Coron a mecca for wreck diving.
They used to be weapons of mass destruction. Now they play home to marine life and serve as the ideal props for today's history lesson.
According to local lore, in World War II, the Japanese naval fleet consisted of oil tankers, gunboats, and supply ships anchored themselves in the secluded areas of Coron Bay to elude the bombarding of the American military forces. But their cover was eventually discovered that in September of 1944, the U.S. Navy aviators successfully wiped out the entire fleet, sending these massive ships 30 meters beneath the sea. More than 50 years later, 14 of these wrecks, only 7 of which are diveable, have been discovered in the depths of 10 to 40 meters and are visited by a growing number of dive aficionados from all over the world.
Why is Coron considered such a diving mecca?
It's because of these wrecks. They are fantastic. They are easy to dive, actually. They are not deep dives. They are recreational dives. Very nice dives. A lot of marine life on it, a lot of corals.
Magda-dive na tayo ngayon!
Absolutely nothing could dampen our excitement for the day. I mean, who wouldn't want to pass up the opportunity to explore real World War II battleships in the flesh? And after an hour's boat ride of animated chatter, we finally arrived at our first dive site of the day.
So where are you taking us today? We're diving 2 wrecks?
Yeah, we're gonna dive. The first one will be the Olympia Maru, which is a freighter, about 110 meter long, and maximum depth will be about 26 meters.
Oh, 26 meters.
Yeah.
Okay, boys and girls, don't you wish history class was as cool as this? Okay, we're about to go under for our first wreck dive here in Coron. I am so excited.
I love Palawan! Woohoo!
We entered the water and okay, descending, couldn't see anything. And then just when you think, you know, you're not gonna see anything, you just see a big shadow looming. You know, it slowly appears. It sort of like fades into your line of vision, and then you see it, and you see it's actually a Japanese warship.
The Olympia Maru is one of the best wrecks for penetration diving in the area, with plenty of interesting passages and compartments to explore. At first glance, it was pretty hard to imagine that this used to be the home of real-life humans. But once the realization sank in, well, let's just say these pitch-black areas and claustrophobic spaces weren't for the weak at heart.
Knowing that it was a wreck, I just had a little bit of that eerie feeling. And the historical background of what had happened. People have died there.
There's always that strange sense of history to it, which makes it sort of creepy, especially the parts wherein, you know, you stick your head into a hole, you don't know what you're gonna find, or you don't know what's there because it's so dark, which adds a creepiness factor to it. So that's what makes wreck diving exciting for me. Nice.
Grabe. Ganda.
It's pretty murky, but like any wreck dive, it's nice because you feel like, you know, you feel like such an explorer, right? And that was just dive number 1. We saw fish this big. Okay, so what's this next wreck called?
This next wreck is called the Maru. It is actually the biggest we have with about 10,000 tons. It's about 170 meter long and on 26 meter depth, maximum depth.
And after a quick surface interval, it was time once again to suit up and dive in.
The Maru, a 10,000-ton oil tanker, is one of the big wrecks in shallower water, making it one of the more popular dive sites in the area. Although the current here is generally stronger compared to other dive sites, divers who are willing to brave the drift are rewarded with a breathtaking sight.
That wreck is very interesting because at the end of the ship was actually cracked. And our dive master, George, was saying that it was actually upright. And because of the current, it had shifted it to its side.
We were horsing around, like, you know, we were hanging out by one of the cabin windows and just, you know, fooling around for the
Looking inside,
Yeah,
it's
looking
pitch
inside.
black.
Right.
Trying to scare ourselves, maybe something might pop out from there somehow.
Yeah, exactly. Though we didn't encounter anything supernatural, we were delighted to come across a variety of marine life, both big and small. Proof that life does exist even in the most unusual of places.
The wrecks found around Coron Bay definitely add to the area's environmental flavor, propagating life and serving as homes to Palawan's diverse aquatic community, which is why diving here is a must-do for every Coron visitor.
No wrecks are alike. One wreck is always different from the other. That's what you're gonna get. You're always gonna get something different each time you dive.
It's nicer. There's more coral life, yeah?
Where else are you gonna get, a sense of history, and at the same time you get the marine diversity that, the Philippines is known for. You get all those and you combine them, and yeah, you do have a wreck diving mecca, and Coron did not disappoint.
With magnificent wrecks and marine life to boot, Coron's underwater world is enough to make any water baby swoon.
Well, this may be the highlight of any Palawan visit. Our adventure isn't over yet.
Stick around, Palawan is coming up next.